Welcome, 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 collectives. My name is Ora-gen, and this is the Ora-gen Channel. I want to welcome you back, no matter what time of day it is or what day you found this message. I am super grateful that you are here. Today's date is Saturday, May 31st of 2025. So we have 3125, 3125, guys. 25, 25, 333, 11, 11, 111, 33, and 33. Those might be numbers popping up in your energy. Also, we have 1128 on the clock as we begin today's message. So definitely, I encourage you to check the meaning of these numbers if these are popping up or resonate with you in the angel number meanings or gematria meanings associated with today's message. So with that being said, guys, I want to give a big shout out to the collectives and definitely hope you're having a most excellent start to your weekend or whatever day it is you found this message. If you're here, there's more than likely something that you can take away from today's message. Also, big shout out to the subscribers of the channel and those who are visiting for the first time. Super grateful to have you here. Please do check out the other channel for the Ora-gen Collective on TikTok. And that's at ORA-GEN_lightworker. And you can definitely find some great messages over there as well. So guys, I'm going to jump into the message today because this one was very deep. This one was very spiritual. This message came in, or this download, actually on the day that I'm recording the video. Okay. So this one has to do with the word Samsara. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to just pull up the meaning of this term. So the root of the word Samsara, is Sanskrit. Okay, so that has to do with the region over by India. So this word literally means wandering through. And it's a cycle of reincarnation, including one's actions and their consequences in all times past, present, and future. It's a concept found in many religions in East and South Asia, including Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Bon. So that's the general meaning for the term samsara. It's like a cyclical energy or a cycle of reincarnation, okay? So the reason why this term is coming up in today's message is because there's some energy here associated with souls or groups of souls being moved through some sort of process. That's what I actually saw in the download. And I do have to say, I've never seen a download quite like this one before. I could see like millions of energies or souls jumping in line or being placed in line on a conveyor-like system. Almost like the first day of school. You know how people are lining up to go into the building. It was kind of like that. And I did note that some of these energies were excited and some of them were anxious. Some of them had different emotions about being in that line. Okay. But all of these energies were being funneled inside of some sort of a structure. I couldn't tell what the structure was. It looked like a building that was kind of there but wasn't there, but it was some sort of structure they were being funneled into. So that might have been some form of symbology there for understanding. Everybody was headed in the same direction. Let's put it that way. And I did hear a name pop out. Either the name Lauren or Lori was also significant with this download. Another thing that was significant was the song Burning by Thames. And I could actually hear this song kind of playing in the background. And I was like, that's interesting. And I do like the song. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. She says, and we're all burning, burning and burning. So that's the chorus. But I never really paid attention to the lyrics of this song. So I actually looked them up, and it totally made sense with the download that came in why this song was being used. Now, in her case, she's talking about cycles and experiences from a personal standpoint. At least that's how it looks when I look at the lyrics. But if you look at it from the standpoint of this download today, she's talking about things happening in the past, um, letting go of her sins, searching for her wings, figuring out how to move through this experience. And if there was a direct route, she would just take it. That's what I picked up from the lyrics. And she also states that she's going to be the one to testify. She's going to be the one to tell the truth when the time is right. When the light is gone, when the light is gone, I believe in me. I believe it. I believe it. So something here about self-supportive energy, self-compassionate energy, and being the one to testify and tell the truth, which is so interesting because as I did a pre-pull on this energy today, on this whole topic of samsara, seeing these souls placed on this conveyor system and moved into this process, like continuously. This is why I say there was millions and millions of souls that I saw. It was wild. There was something here in the energy about, the ones that were trying to figure out how to get off the conveyor belt, how to stop the process of constantly cycling. So if this is a belief system that you hold, this more than likely might be your message. Or if you're a person that believes that this is something that maybe our energy goes through some sort of cycle or loop, like with reincarnation, this might also be your message. Even if you feel like it's not a good thing that happens, or you feel like we're being limited or held back from something. And that's what I'm really picking up on the message, or from the message today, is something here about an energy of feeling limited due to some cycle of samsara. And I have not met a person yet that can tell me whether samsara is something that is for sure, like knows positively, it's something that is bad or something that's good or neutral. Everybody's got different feelings on it. I have yet to talk with a person who remembers fully their previous life and can tell me something more about it. So I'm not coming at this reading from an angle of judging the process of samsara. It's more so like understanding the concept of, okay, if we are really tapping into our higher self, are there ways that we can break cycles, loops, and patterns? And in this case, the symbology for it is samsara, or a constant reincarnating to experience or to move through karma again and again and again. So if this is something that you feel is a cycle or a loop that you would like to get off, this also might be your reading today. So this is going to be just food for thought, guys. I am not giving spiritual counsel or advice on this. Just some things that Spirit brought up as I pull cards. So the first deck we have here is the Akashic Records Oracle. And the first card out was the Warrior Spirit, which was really interesting. I was trying to understand why this one came out. This was in reverse. This one talks about relentless commitment to challenges, approaches life as a personal battle, here to master your forceful nature. So there was something here because there's a feminine energy on here with some sort of spear that has electrum or lightning around it. And they're definitely in a warrior spirit, but they're also embodying a lot of feminine energy. So something here about balance of energy and mastering something. This was in reverse. So this tells me that maybe there's something in the energy here about not having mastered something yet. That being the process that one is in, but maybe they haven't mastered it yet. The next card that came out of the deck was compassion. And this one was most certainly in the upright. I see butterflies on this particular card, so you might be a person who loves butterflies. Maybe you have drawings of them. Maybe you see butterflies a lot. But this one states that you're being asked to be kinder to yourself, to give yourself a break. Instead of being a taskmaster, a bully, and a horrible friend, be a loving comforter who always has your back. So we're talking about these energies in relation to yourself. Are you showing compassion to others, but you can't show it to yourself? And that's a deeper question to really think about. This one was in the upright, so you are being asked to step into this energy of compassion with yourself. So this could be something that you have reincarnated to understand, or to heal through, or to grow through. Then the next card up was Speak Up. And we see somebody with like a sound amplifying device. This one says, what are you not saying that's eating you up inside? You can't keep this in forever. It's time to let it out so you can move on and be happy. So it looks like we're talking about some energies here that have incarnated to work through some things, to master some things. Something here about self-compassion and utilizing your voice. You might be a water sign. You might be somebody who's really loves the color blue. Maybe you enjoy sitting by the water. I see something here with the color blue and the throat chakra. You might be someone who utilizes your voice for a hobby, for your career, or maybe you're a vocalist, a performer, a speaker of some kind. But you're being encouraged that holding that energy in, whatever this is that you are not saying, or this way that you are not using your voice, you are being encouraged to let it out so you can move on and be happy. This may have something to do with your reincarnating. It's possible. Maybe that's something you're here to master. Then we have Take the High Road. This was in reverse. It says you're at an impasse with a relationship or situation. It's now time to think bigger, release desired outcomes, and take the most positive course of action. This was in reverse, so somebody might be struggling with some behaviors associated with relationships, friendships, business associates, companions, or situations that are not in alignment for them. And maybe needing to learn how to release some things is part of the mission work that you are here to do in this incarnation. And maybe this is something you've been working on in other incarnations. So there's something here about mastering these areas, self-compassion, utilizing your voice and speaking up, and releasing things that are not in alignment for you. All of that is following the energy of the warrior spirit, mastering these areas. I do want to drop a note in here too. We're going to go into the, let me see, what deck is this we have here? The Work Your Light deck. We're going to go into that next. There is a lot of information now that is moving around the virtual atmosphere. And by that, I mean like social media and videos and things that people are posting. As more information is coming out about new beliefs about this cycle that we're in, and that there's something here associated with beings, some sort of high level beings or spirit beings that are keeping us in a cycle of reincarnation in order to siphon energy or energies off of the populace. So kind of like utilizing the populace as a battery, if I'm understanding the concept correctly. So I bring this up because, with today's reading, if you're a person that looks at that viewpoint or explanation as a reason why we might be stuck, air quotes, in a cycling state consistently where we're constantly returning to work through karma, this reading today can still be valuable for you, because either way, if we are in a cycle or loop, we need to learn how to step into our higher self, or to acknowledge our higher self, so that way we can work through karma, trauma, issues that tend to come up with each incarnation. Each time we reincarnate, are we dealing with the same cycles, patterns? Well, in a lot of cases, the belief is that that's exactly what's happening, is that we have not moved through all of the lessons. But we also have beliefs now that there's other outside factors that help to keep people stuck in these loops. But regardless of which way you look at what's happening here in the bigger picture about why samsara, or reincarnation, happens potentially, we still have an opportunity while we are in this experience to learn and to grow. So keep that in mind with today's reading, even if you feel like there are outside factors that are outside of our control that keeps us in this loop, and it's not just the things that we need to learn. That's not the only reason. Even if you feel that way, still, there may be some things that you can work on to help yourself with this experience, with growth, with personal evolution associated with this incarnation. Okay. So just something here to help you to be kind of, maybe just open the energy up a little bit more if you resonate with today's message, but you know, you're kind of going into more of a mindset that's associated with, yeah, but this is outside of my control. There's a lot of factors here associated with your growth that is inside of your control. We always have an opportunity to learn and grow from whatever circumstances we are facing. Please do keep that in mind. So from the pre-pull out of the Work Your Light deck, we have the Pillar of Light card. That was the first one out. And this one talks about rising vibration. In particular, it says your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. And the image on this card, we see a feminine energy ascending from the earth into the astral. And it's like energetic wings that are moving out from their auric field as they ascend. And then the next card we had is you're already doing it. Stop overthinking, keep facing your true north. More ascension energy. We see somebody ascending up a path from physical earth into more of an astral plane that has like translucent scenery. So we can see more ascension work from the earth. And then we have the Align Your Life card. This one has a shattered face. And this one says, what is not aligned or needs to change? So it asks that question. So guys, as I look at these three cards in relation to today's energy, I see a lot here about ascension and how this plays into our working through karma and some of the cycles that we might find ourselves in, either in our current experience or associated with reincarnation. So there's something here about us really needing to focus on raising our vibration and remembering that power within us. We are the oracle. We are the ones that actually play the largest factor in how our experience feels. We could even have factors around us that are outside of our control, so to speak. But depending on how we process it, we will either have a result where we learn and grow from it, or where we feel stuck and trapped. No one can make you feel a certain way. That's where the choice comes in. How do we choose to grow and learn from the experiences in this incarnation? And so something here about how raising our vibration helps us to really tap into our higher self and do that ascension work, potentially out of that cycle of samsara, constantly returning to deal with karma. So you could look at that in a literal sense, or you could look at that in a symbolic sense. If you find yourself constantly stuck in cycles and loops, how might you raise your vibration and really step into your higher self? And then when we look at the already doing it card, for some of you here, I'm picking up in the energy, there's a lot of overthinking. Like you're already in the process of doing this ascension work, and there's a lot of second guessing. So you're being encouraged to really go with that intuitive thought, that intuitive feeling associated with your higher self. This has to do with your physical movement on this plane, and it also has to do with your spiritual movement. So the symbology here is, once again, ascension work. So when we talk about ascension work, we're really talking about tapping into our highest etheric form and how that will assist and benefit us with moving out of cycles and patterns, loops that we get stuck in. The next card that Spirit pulled was Align Your Life. What's not aligned or needs to change? So there might be, once again, more confirmation, things that we need to release that are not associated with our highest good, and moving out of those cycles and patterns. So once we start to understand more about the truth about our life, what's going on in this experience that we are all sharing, this dream that we're all dreaming, what is really happening here? The image on this card of the shattered face, that might start to be more so how we see our experience. It might look fragmented. It might look bizarre. It might look like something is off. We might really start to see like the glitches in the matrix that we are presently in. But as we align our life, if something is not real, if something is not of our highest benefit or good, we will start to see that differently. We will start to feel differently about those areas. And it's just fine, because you're actually starting to see the truth or the reality of what is going on here. Guys, I know this reading is very deep, it's very abstract, and I'm trying to do my best to explain this in ways that makes it simple for you to understand. But everything said and done, if this is your reading, you will understand what is being said here in this message today, and you're ready to hear it. This will serve as a confirmation that there are some patterns, some cycles, some loops in your life that may be contributing to a feeling of being stuck in a cycle, a loop, or a pattern that is not in alignment with your life purpose, or something that has to do with the topic of samsara, constantly incarnating to work through karma or to grow through things. And once again, I don't know the grand master plan here. I don't know if this is something we're supposed to experience or if there are outside forces affecting what's happening here. I just know that Spirit has really shown through the reading today with the cards that came out that there are some things that we can do here to help ourselves with this experience while we are presently in it. Okay, guys, I'm going to bring it down here into our day-to-day experience. We're going to come, we're still in the etheric, but we're going to come out of the etheric a little bit and go into clarifying life situations and see what are some things that we can work on day-to-day, or maybe some thoughts that we could process here that would help us with stepping into more of this energy of our higher self day-to-day, working through karma day-to-day, maybe shifting our viewpoint of how we're looking at things so we can move out of cycles and loops where we're feeling stuck. First card out is Stand Strong. This is more of the warrior spirit coming through, guys, clarifying life situations. Stand Strong says, with defense, your shield, find strength in preservation, guarding what matters most. Yeah, there's something here that you need to really stand in the energy. This has to do with mastering something. Let's see what else we have here. Spirit, other messages. So you need to stand strong in something. This will help you with an area maybe where you're wavering a lot. And maybe that wavering is moving you into patterns, cycles, and loops that are not for your highest good. Something you need to stand strong in. Then we have the Fresh Ideas card. This one says stay open. Stay open-minded, inviting new perspectives to enrich your journey and spark creative solution. So somebody needs to stand strong and be open-minded about something. Somebody needs to maybe be more open about taking on new perspectives. Okay, maybe bringing in some creative energy. And then we have the Desert of Isolation. This one talks about traversing the desolate spaces of solitude to uncover reflections and resilient survival. Somebody needs to take some time in solitude. Okay, maybe there's something here that your spirit team or your guides want you to understand. And if you're so busy running around doing this and doing that, it's harder for them to speak to you, or it's harder for you to pick up on those intuitive nudges. It could even have to do with a situation that you keep wavering on, or maybe making a choice that's not of your highest good. If you go into a space of solitude and take moments to really, isolate, or to go into a space where it's just you, so that way you can have time to think. This could also be something you're avoiding, but you're being encouraged to really take that time. There's something that you're needing to see or connect with that you'll be able to do in that space of solitude. It could be meditation as well. Yeah, see, Spirit says learning secrets. Next card out. Stay open-minded. There's open-minded again. And receptive as you uncover hidden truths and embrace the lessons they offer. Yeah, when you guys go into solitude, whatever this is that you're constantly wavering on or not standing strong on, you're going to understand more. Because on this card, there's a great big ear. Somebody is listening. Your spirit team, your guides are listening, but they're also asking you to listen. There are some things that you need to understand. There's some secrets or some new understandings that are going to be brought to the surface. And you're being asked, as these hidden truths are uncovered, to embrace the lessons they offer. That's what you're being asked to do. Wow, really powerful. Somebody's getting ready to learn some new things associated with this experience and like what it is they're looking at. I'm picking up somebody in the collectives, or actually multiple energies in the collectives have had some thoughts recently about like, what is this? What is this experience that we're in? Like somebody is thinking very deeply about this experience and what it means. And you have some answers coming. All right, let's see. What do we have here? Yes, look at this, guys. Higher wisdom. Well, you can't look at it, but I'm going to actually probably put some cards on the screen, but so you can see what I'm seeing. But higher wisdom, amazing. This one has a magnifying glass, and the magnifying glass is placed on an ancient or an older book. So something here about exploring options, learn what you can, and expand your horizons. So as you learn these secrets or these hidden truths are uncovered, this has to do with some form of higher wisdom. You're about to learn more about this topic of samsara and reincarnation and what this really means. Somebody is doing some research or will be doing some research into these areas, and you're about to learn some things. So, but you're being encouraged. You need to go into spaces of solitude and work with this energy with your guides. They're hearing you. They hear that you want to understand, and they're about to show you. Connections guide. Look at this. Harness the power of networks, cultivate meaningful relationships, and strategize your path to success. When I look at this card right off, because I just got done talking about your guides, I see guides connect. instead of connections guide. Your guides want to connect with you. How do they do that best? For whomever this is associated with today's energy, you need to go into a space of solitude. I cannot state that enough. Your guides are screaming, we're here to answer this question. We're going to help you. But you need to go into a space of solitude so you can learn these secrets. So something here about connecting or networking with your guides. Also, I see a group of individuals here. Looks like there's like 6 individuals on the card. The number 6 might be significant for you in association with your journey. Your birthday might be in the month of June, or something is significant about the month of June, or the 6th day of the week, 6th day of the month. Interesting. But there's a group of individuals or people that you will be connecting with here soon that are also looking into some of the same areas. It could be a spiritual group. It could just be people that you meet individually that have the same interests or the same goals. But you're getting ready to have some new connections here associated with this spiritual work that you're doing, and how this connects with your soul path and your questions about reincarnation or samsara. Once again, I feel compelled to mention the name Lori or Lauren was significant with this download. And this is the last card for today, guys. Clear the path. Embrace the journey ahead with an open heart, ready to discover and grow from the revelations to come. Guys, you have some revelations coming your way. Whoever is in this energy, wow, definitely, put something down in the chat or send me something to my email. My email's in the description box underneath the video, because you're about to have some really powerful information coming in associated with your search into the understanding about samsara, reincarnation, and what this experience is. You're going to definitely need to clear some room. So anything that is cluttering your mind, anything that's cluttering your path, you're being encouraged to release that at this time. So that way you have room for this new information, this new knowledge, this new wisdom that is coming in. You're about to understand a lot more, and you're going to have answers to your questions, and you're being encouraged to embrace that journey and be open to it, because some of these twists and turns, just like the Align Your Life card where the face is shattered, it's going to shatter the way you see your reality. Confirmation. So as this comes in, like, you're going to be blown away. That's what I'm picking up. It's a really strong energy here. Like, okay, you asked for it. Here's the information, but it's going to be something you're really going to need to sit with. So definitely encouragement for whomever resonates. A lot of meditation, grounding work will help you as this information is coming in, and also to help you to see, as your new tribe is coming in, friends, associates, companions, maybe even like people that you might be in a romantic, or a person that you might be in a romantic relationship with, is what I was trying to say. Not plural, singular. But, even with those kinds of energies, you need to stay grounded so that way you're open to receiving what is coming in, okay? Especially if the information coming in is a little overwhelming, which it could be, is what I'm seeing. It could be. It may not be, but it could be a lot. So definitely sending supportive energy out to all those who resonate with today's energy and today's message. Wow, you guys have some powerful knowledge and information coming in. So get ready, because that's what I'm seeing. That's why it came up in the energy. It's here. It's probably in the process of happening now. Be open, tap into and rely upon your supports, your spirit team, your guides. You're never alone. If you have connections or groups of people that are of like mind and energy, definitely working with them as revelations and things come in. Having supportive groups is great. If you don't have that, it's on its way. That's what I'm seeing. So guys, thank you so much for being here for today's message. Definitely a deeper one, but I will be tapping in and tuning in with you this weekend to release some more messages. And I am working on a new ASMR, so keep your eyes out for that. If you have not liked, shared, subscribed, please do so and hit the all button so you get notifications on all the videos as they are coming out. Guys, my name is Ora-gen, wishing you a most excellent weekend or whatever day it is that you found this message. I hope you have a most excellent day, and I look forward to being with you in the next reading.